Hey everybody, hope you're good. Another little 10-minute flow for us today, and a bit of a focus on those hips and those backs. But as always, a bit of movement will help us all do anything. So let's just get going. We're going to start in standing. And while you're here, let's just take a mountain pose to begin with. So hands down by your sides, palms facing forwards, feet about hip distance apart. Anchor your feet into the mat, lift your chest, take the shoulders away, close your eyes for a moment. If you've just finished a workout, or maybe you've just come from something else, whatever you were just doing, take a deep breath in, a slow breath out, and let it all go. Okay, bringing your hands up all the way to the top as you breathe in, fingertips are reaching high. As you breathe out, big swan dive forwards, let the chest come down, fingertips brushing past your mat. Inhale, slight bend of our knees, we lift all the way back up to the top. We're going to do a couple more like this. Breathing in. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, sweeping back up. Exhale, come down. We'll do one more together, breathing in all this space at the top. Exhale, really roll down through the back. Once we get there, we're just going to hang out for a moment. Let your upper body be heavy. Take a little bend in either leg. Just rocking gently side to side. When you're ready, starting to heel toe your feet so they're a bit wider, a couple of hip distances apart. Hands down or fingertips down onto your mat, breathing in as you lift your chest. Breathing out to fold forwards. Give those backs all the length they need. Walking our way towards our left leg now. Maybe you're holding onto your shin, maybe it's your ankle, maybe it's up towards your thigh. We're just going to squeeze this leg in. And we should feel a nice stretch on the back of the leg and also a bit of a stretch down our backs. Hands coming down towards your mat as you turn your toes to face that top side or short edge maybe of your mat. Both sets of feet facing that way. Right knee lowering down. Hands can be down inside this left leg. Starting to lift your hands up on towards your thigh. And then if we can, taking hold of our back foot. Now you may want to get a little dressing gown strap or a yoga strap, whatever you might need to wrap around these toes, that's absolutely fine. If you have that strap, or maybe if you just have the hand, start to draw this heel towards your glutes. So a nice big stretch for the for the front of your thigh. Breathing here. If you want to take it further, taking your left hand to the back of your head, just start to draw that chin down. So a little bit more to the back as well. Maybe you need to balance just holding onto the wall next to you, that's fine. Letting your back foot come down now, fingertips towards your mat. We're going to move into a half split and then go towards our mat again. So lifting up your left toe, straighten through the left leg. Again, long through the spines, open through your chest. Starting to draw ourselves even further down towards your mat now. So glide those hands back towards you. Your heel might move, that's fine. Bottom's coming down towards the ground. Wiggle this right foot so it's coming outside the edge of your glutes. You might need to wiggle a bit further onto your mat if like me. Hands behind you, starting to make your way down. Maybe just onto forearms, or it might even be enough to stay up here on your hands. This right hip is going to get a big old stretch. So maybe onto your forearms if you want to take it further, moving onto your backs, your shoulders. Really squeezing through those right side glutes if you want to take it even further in this half saddle. Breathe. We'll come back up to the top, same way you came down. Hands behind you, lifting through all those stages, all the way to the top. Bend your left leg, hands come down. Tucking your right toes behind you, and then turning again to face that long edge of your mat. Breathing in our wide leg fold, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Walking over to our right knee, right shin now. Hug yourself in, your tummy, your chest, getting some good contact with the thigh, turning to the side. Feel this twist through the upper back. Length down this right leg. When you're ready, fingertips coming down, both sets of toes, turning to the other end of our mats. Left knee lowering down, lifting up through your chest, fingers onto your shin, taking those shoulders back, open through the chest. When you're ready, your left leg coming in, using that strap maybe if you did before, or using your hand. Oh, I'm much tighter this side. Heel drawing closer towards those glutes. Lift through the chest. Maybe you're kind of pressing into a wall or something next to you to balance. Maybe you're taking this right hand and just popping the weight on the back of the head to draw your chin further down. Breathe here. Start to release. Those left toes going back, fingertips onto your mat, back into our half splits. Lifting up through your right toes to feel this stretch through our right leg. And then slowly lowering ourselves down towards our mats. Bottom onto the ground, bringing your heel, your toes just to the outside of your glutes. Your right leg is out long, hands coming behind you, walking your way back, staying on the hands, moving to your forearms, maybe moving further onto the ground, wherever you are. Remember, if you've just finished that workout, we're slowing the breath down. We're in our recovery now. We are chilling out. We're giving the body exactly what it needs, listening, easing off when we need to, enjoying this stretch. Soften through your shoulders. One more breath. Lifting yourself back up. Hands, forearms, wherever you're at. Moving up. And then bringing ourselves back up to the top. Right foot down, hands at the front. This time, instead of stepping out into that fold, we're going to bring that right leg back behind us and lower ourselves down onto the mat. So you may need to shuffle your knees back slightly further. Have a little wiggle. From here, lifting up into our Sphinx pose. So our elbows, our forearms just by our sides, hands kind of in line with your eyes and your ears. Start to press into those arms, lift up through your chest, opening through the front of the body. And then soften back down. Let's move into our half frog. So your left knee is going to come out to the side, kind of in line with where your hips are. So that right angle from the knee down towards your heel and your chest facing forwards. You can bring your hands out further if you wish, or you can keep them by your sides. Where do you feel this right now? See if you can soften a little bit down. It is absolutely unlikely that we are all going to have our hips perfectly square on the mat right now. So do not worry about how you might think you feel or you look when it comes to a perfect posture. There is not one. All we're doing is listening to our bodies, taking it slow. Start to bring your left knee back behind you now, over to the right, bringing your knee out to the side. You may need to shuffle if, like me, you have a wall in the way. Hands can reach in front or they can stay as they are. Maybe this side feels the same or maybe it feels completely different. And for some of you, this might be super, super intense. And for others, this might actually be fairly gentle. And both are okay. Both are good, in fact. One more deep breath here. Let that chest sink down a little bit closer towards your mat or wherever you're on, whatever you're on today. Bringing your hands back towards you if they're right in front. Let your right leg come back behind you. Hands pressing underneath your shoulders as you bring yourself onto your heels at the back. Folding over your lap. Let your head become heavy down in front of you into a nice child's pose. Start to lift yourself up, all the way up through seated. Give your shoulders a bit of a roll. Hands one side, legs out the other way. We're going to take one final stretch here, breathing in to lift up, out to fold forwards. Staying open with the chest lifted through this front of the body as you lengthen down at your back, that lower back particularly. Releasing your hands from your shins, your ankles, your toes, drawing yourself up to seated, bringing those knees in, give yourself a nice big hug, a big squeeze. Slowly uncurling. Legs can stay as they are or moving into cross or however you fancy. Close your eyes, taking one more deep breath. Slowly back out. Thank you very, very much, everybody. I hope you feel good. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.